Hey guys, welcome to ES and DJ Futures Review. I'm going to go over what's happened since the Sunday Open all the way through Wednesday afternoon today. So let's get right into it. We gapped down right at the open on Sunday. At that point, I was looking for a failed breakdown, potentially of the lows we had made on Friday, as well as this low earlier on that Wednesday. When you have so many lows together, you kind of have to pick and choose which one makes most sense. And at this point, I would probably say the one that was closest will be these two. So even if we reclaim this, we could easily get rejected when price starts to go above these lows. So long story short, I'd probably want to just get a point or two above at least this highest low. So maybe this low was 62.79 about, so maybe like 62.81 or 80.80 about there. So if this was 81, then just so you get an idea, you can see how clearly if 81 would have been my potential entry, we almost tapped it and sold. So when that happened at 6:45, I put my hands under my butt and I just sat until I get the proper setup that I wanted. Unfortunately, that did not occur before I went to bed. What ended up did happening was we cut below the low from last Tuesday around 3:30 in the morning, of course, while I'm sleeping, and we set up an awesome, easy, minimal drawdown, fail breakdown, classic as it gets. And then we started pushing up. At that point, I woke up around 6:37, and I caught up on what had happened. We set a new low. We undercut the lows from last week. We undercut the lows from the Sunday open. So those two alone would have been powerful for me to take at 3:30. At this point, all I had to do was potentially take the failed breakdown of the higher lows here on the reclaim of the Friday lows, for example. So the 81 level came back into play. And once I saw that we were pushing around it back and forth, and around 7:30 when I woke up and was locked in, at that point, I saw that we started pushing through, and I went long, thinking that we could at least get up to 91 and maybe even 6,300 at that point. So once I set my position, I got long. I got a nice pop a little bit later, took some profit, kept that going, and that kept working the rest of the day. Then on Monday night, there wasn't much to work with. We did get a bull flag on a basic level here, just sideways selling, control selling, which usually ends up being bullish at some point. And that's exactly what happened. We got a pop at 9:45 on some NVIDIA news. Other than that, there wasn't much else to do. So you're just watching the price action, waiting for some pullbacks. Tuesday morning, much of the same, not much to do except for sit on hands until a little bit later that morning, we started selling, and we got a mini fail breakdown of the lows from Monday night. You can see this was a low, and we just cut it by a point and started pushing back up. Fortunately for me, I missed it. It happened way too quick, and I just wasn't sure if that was the right move. I would have preferred a clearing of this low as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, when we got a little bit more of a sell and started pushing right back up, I noticed that, and I took the failed breakdown this time, a couple points above this low right here, and that worked up to the first level. So my position left a runner, and that runner unfortunately got taken out Tuesday later in the afternoon. We started selling more on Tuesday afternoon all the way through the evening, and from that point wasn't much to work with. The only setup that I could really see would have been a failed breakdown of this low right here. We set this low and went all the way up, and then we lost it. So I was looking to go long a couple points above this. Never happened Tuesday night. Tricked some people maybe 1 o'clock by starting to push up, but then it sold down. And once again, set up a classic failed breakdown right at 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone's sleeping. Unfortunately, I missed that. You can see the low was set here Monday 3 o'clock in a.m. Tuesday, and then Wednesday 3 o'clock a.m. we cut it and then reclaimed it right away. No drawdown. That worked out great. So when I woke up this morning, I saw that I understood all the things were going on, and I looked at the setups again, and I saw that we had the same setup, same type of situation again. I wanted to reclaim this low. It didn't happen early in the evening. It happened right in the morning. I saw that we were sitting around here. So at 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish, I put a entry in right here, and that worked level to level. Afterwards, which we sold, and we set a new low. Let's go to a 45-minute chart real quick. You can see this low was something I was watching on for Monday. It happened really fast though, so I was not able to get the failed breakdown of this. But then as we started coming up, there was the low from this overnight 3 o'clock low. So I took the long off of that, the green line right here being the trigger, and go into a 5-minute chart real quick just to show you. We actually had two failed breakdowns. We had one right here that happened at 11:10, 11:20, popped up, and then we sold back down. One could have entered on either the failed breakdown of the earlier low, this 11 o'clock, or even 3 a.m. So long story short, multiple chances today. Once we pushed through, we came back down to this level and then popped again. It would have been a nice entry if you missed the initial entries. And from there now, we're super bullish, it looks like. We're trying to work on reclaiming this level right here. I think we'll probably sell a little bit and give chance to reload. If not, this will probably, if it pushes through, this will probably get up to not only 309, but my guess is 63.33. That's ES. Let's get right into DJ real quick. Try to be fast as possible here. We gapped down on DJ. Same scenario here. I had the low right here from the Tuesday before. I wanted that to reclaim. That would have been about a couple points above it. So around this level, we never really cleared it with strength. What we did do is set up a failed breakdown at 2 o'clock of the Sunday low. I missed that obviously. And then when I woke up around 7 o'clock, I noticed we were above this level, above this low, and it looked a little bullish to me. It was essentially the reclaim of this level occurring. So once we started coming back up, coming down, and started pushing at 9 o'clock, I decided to go long here, understanding that this was a back test of this reclaim. We're trying to push above. That worked out Monday morning. From there, we kind of just were really choppy, not much to do. And then Tuesday morning, when we woke up, there wasn't much else to do. There was a failed breakdown right here, attempt that I did take a loss on, unfortunately. I thought that it was more than enough. We had the low here and we had the low here, so I thought we were pushing up around 11:30. Unfortunately, I was wrong. That set up another failed breakdown right here. That was attempted. That did work for a few points, but nothing great. That took us into the close yesterday. Yesterday night, we just chopped around. This red line represents a low from about 2-3 weeks ago. You can see we undercut it, and then we tried pushing above it. It did not work out. However, at 3 o'clock, we set up a failed breakdown with these lows, as well as reclaiming that older low, and that worked out great for whoever took it. Unfortunately, I was asleep. When I did wake up, I noticed we were pretty much in no man's land here. I was waiting for some type of pullback, and indeed we got that pullback. You can see clearly here on a 5-minute chart, this low could have been used. I personally used this low that we set at 11:20. We bounced from 44.05 all the way to 44.21 to over 15 points. And we lost it, and then we reclaimed it. We hit this level exact as well for confluence. This is why we have major levels, minor levels. So when we went above this green line at that point with the high volatility, I did go long. Watching this now, I have an open position on both. I would say that this also looks bullish. We're trying to reclaim this level. I would love for more pullback, but if not, then if we decide to start going up, we should hit 44.53-ish. Maybe all the way up to 44.66-ish. So both tickers I just showed you look very bullish. Would love some more pullbacks for better setups, but right now we're at the highs of the day, so I can't give you much.